Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick little video about some of my inspirations as an artist. I did do one in the past, but it's been kind of a while and I have some new followers and stuff, so I just wanted to kind of show you guys where I get a lot of my inspiration from, or just artists that I've been inspired by throughout my life as an artist. Probably my favorite illustrator of all time is Chris Van Allsburg, who did Jumanji and the Polar Express. He's just really incredible illustrator. I feel like I'm in an elementary school showing you guys the art here, but he's just incredible. Insane surrealism. His lighting is gorgeous. I really love everything about his work. And also he has kind of very dark themed stories sometimes that are really interesting. And he works in different mediums as well. I think he does the majority just kind of black and white pencil drawings, I believe, but this looks like maybe colored pencils or paint, gouache possibly. I think it's colored pencils actually, but yeah. So I think he primarily works in pencil work, but I love his stuff. We got our classic Norman Rockwell. When I was younger, I used to think like, I never liked his work. I thought it was kind of weird, but as I got older and became an actual illustrator, his work is amazing. Very American. I'm very inspired by like American art, American history, sort of the way that kind of the propaganda of America, the way that America is shown in history, like the 50s, where it's supposed to be this perfect ideal society, but in reality, you know, it wasn't really like that for most people. But his stuff is really cool. I'm sure everybody knows Norman Rock. Stepping away from painted paintings and, you know, drawn art is my other favorite, Diane Arbus, who's a photographer. She does strange portraits. She's known for, I have to be careful flipping the page because some stuff is not safe for work, but you know, just very interesting people, subjects that she found, and I've always been inspired by kind of the weird people of the world, and just kind of, I guess, people who don't always fit in, and because I feel that way. Saul Steinberg. This is a really old book. He was an illustrator, I think was it like the 50s, I want to say. Maybe 60s, 70s, I guess, and beyond that. But another one kind of very, if you look at my earlier work, it looks a little more like this kind of stuff, like more pen and just kind of like messy, weird places, weird little characters and stuff. I used to go to the library like every single week and take this book out of the library, this exact book, but I found it on eBay years later. But yeah, this was super inspiring as a kid. Random book that I just realized I had here. This was really inspiring to me as a kid, even though it's not technically like an artist, but this was a book that I got when I was in like middle school maybe, and it's the Art of the Berlin Wall. And I have German heritage, and my grandmother fled Germany during World War II, and my grandfather was kept as like an internment prisoner there during the Holocaust. So I have some connections to that. And I don't know, it's just very interesting. Political art is always interesting to me. And then a couple others that I don't have books here. I do have some of their books, but not here. Gottfried Hellman. He does very kind of surrealistic, strange, creepy, weird paintings, oil paintings, I believe, sometimes mixed media. I got really into him when I was in high school, just kind of, again, another German artist, I believe he's German. And then another German artist, Otto Dix, from the German Expressionist period, is probably my favorite artist of all time. If you look at some of his stuff, you can really see his influence in my work. I think there is something with that German heritage of mine that I really do kind of have this connection to that time period and just, you know, the history there and stuff like that. My family is from there, so I do have connections. But yeah, I think that's it for now. I do have several other favorite artists, but these are just kind of the top ones that I always think about when I'm thinking of artists. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know.